seem to be fading at all like I thought they might.
Brian Popenga. Side out Rainbows. So Damian Hardy will now serve for the Rainbows, and he is looking to tie game 4 at 8. LaCroix keeps it alive. Viola Gonzalez touches it across. Rigg, that'll be returned. Allen. Hart is there. Rigg setting. Blocked at the net by Brian Popenga. Rigg, 2 Rainbows down. Rainbows scrambling. They get it across. And off of Keller.
A devastating rally for Pepperdine that time. They had every opportunity. There's Dougie going up for a great hit. It gets dug by Allen. Brian Popenga does not put up a good bump set here. Hardy has to come from the back row and just loop it over, and he gets lucky. He gets lucky, and it hits Keller right in the chest. Bows are very, very fortunate that time. Very fortunate as Keller misplayed that ball. Fine defensive effort on both teams, though. We saw great digs and spikes that time as both teams know that at 8-all in the 4th, this is really getting down to crunch time.
Damian Hardy getting ready to serve again for the Rainbows as they have come back to tie it. Rigg does it again. Good pass. Good pass that time by Hart.
That time the strategy by Hart was to pass the ball intentionally close to the net so that the setter Rigg could dump the ball over. Rigg gets that's about his 8th or 9th kill tonight on that dump play.
Into the game for Pepperdine, Paul White, who has been in only to serve. Viola Gonzalez. Side out Rainbows, and Brian Popenga now will serve for the Bulls.
Interesting that Alan Rosehill and Tony Crabb have left Popenga and LaCroix in the game. I guess hoping for new blood. Balua was playing well. So was Todd Harrison, but the 2 subs have played well and are deserving of their spots right now. As Popenga comes up with an excellent dig, and Gonzalez puts it away.
Rainbows, timeout Pepperdine. So the Rainbow men down 2-1 in this match have edged forward and have taken the lead here in game 4, 9-8. Looking at Viola Gonzalez, who was responsible for the last point by the Rainbows. Brian Popenga gets it across. Now, when the Rainbows have served soft, they have not been able to really gain the advantage. Rigg with a dump. Bergstad, Hardy. That goes up on the basket and into the crowd. When the Rainbows, my point being that when the Rainbows have served soft as Brian Popenga did there, Pepperdine's really been able to set it up well.
That's right. Pepperdine tends to pass the short serve better than they do the deep pass, and that's why they've had better results side outing against the Bows. That's it.
White was here, also coming over and saying hello, is Jared Elliott. I tell you, our Channel 13 crew, they have to get hazardous duty pay sometimes. 9-8. Bergstad just shotguns it off of Brian Popenga. Side out Pepperdine.
Jim, I am getting more and more impressed with Randy Bergstad with every spike that he makes. He is unbelievable at 6'3". He doesn't have the height going for him that Hart does. I can see Hart hitting all night, hitting from the back row and so on, but Bergstad has to work so much harder on all of his jumps to hit from the back row behind that 10-foot line, and he really does a good job of it.
Lyman LaCroix. LaCroix kind of just tossed it over that time. Found the open area. Viola Gonzalez serving. That is in. Point. 10-8 Rainbows.
There he is, the pride of Glen Ogawa's Waimea High School program. Viola Gonzalez. Oh, there's a carry ball.
11-8.
Wiley's older brother Alki played on some bow teams earlier.
First real bad set by Rick. First real bad set of the match.
And that really wasn't even his fault. The passer just passed it too far.
Hart off the block. Side out Pepperdine. So when Pepperdine has played smart, they've always gone to Hart.
I think they called out their Hart stopper play. And he is a stopper.
He stopped the Rainbows there. 11-8, however. Rainbows lead by 3. Allen. Side out Rainbows.
There he is.
Rainbows trying to take it to the 5th game. They lead 11-8. Serving will be Lyman LaCroix, and he's way in the back. Now Pepperdine talking to each other while they're wiping up the floor. And Lyman LaCroix serving now, has to get it in. It is in. Side out Pepperdine.
Excellent one-handed set that time by Rigg. The ball was fired up there on the line by the passer. Rigg saves it. Watch this pass by Burks. It fired up very low. There's Rigg with a one-handed set to Keller. He gets the kill. Keller for the kill.
Elliott will serve now for Pepperdine. LaCroix back setting. Allen. Side out Hawaii.
Jim, we were talking to, here's the shot right here, back set by LaCroix. He just fires it out to the line. Allen gets the kill. One of the reasons we're not seeing as many substitutions tonight is that in men's volleyball, there are only 6 total substitutions per game, per team. In women's volleyball we watched in the fall, they get a total of 12 substitutions. So a player can enter the game 3 times, and you see a lot more of the benches that way.
Rigg back setting for Hart. Rainbows will return it. Rigg this time goes to Bergstedt. And that is off the block and outside out Pepperdine. It remains Hawaii 11, Pepperdine 8. So Jeff Hart will serve now for Pepperdine. 11-8 in game 4. Rainbows winning the first game. 15-11. Pepperdine the second and third games. 15-5, 15-12.
If Pepperdine loses this match for some reason and gets swept by the Bows, they will most certainly drop below the Bows in the polls, and the Bows will move into a almost assured playoff position.
Bersenia in front of Hart. Side out Rainbows. Now, we were saying before how Pepperdine had everything going. The veneer has started to come off, Pepperdine, and you were saying that they can go all night. I'm beginning to see some signs of fatigue now. Just beginning.
I think I see it more as the Bows cranking it up a notch. There's Hart with another great hit. I see the Bows as playing with a little more enthusiasm, seeing that they can possibly get into a game 5, so they're playing a little bit harder. I don't know that Pepperdine is fatiguing as much as the Bows are cranking it up a notch.
Could be. Good point. Keller serving. LaCroix. Keller keeps it alive. Pepperdine will return it. And there he is, Bergstedt. 11-9.
Here's the bump set by Hart. Very difficult to hit this ball. It's high, it's close to the net. Bergstedt goes up and gets his 26th kill of the night to lead everyone.
Bersenia blocked, but there is Hardy. LaCroix setting. Gonzalez. That'll be over. Allen. Blocked at the net. Blocked again. Papenga. Brian Papenga.
And there go the Bozos. There's the play by Allen. He gets blocked at the net, covers himself. Pepperdine puts it back, and Papenga says, I'll play volleyball too. I can bang it over. And he puts it down, and nobody home for Pepperdine.
Brian Papenga getting ready to serve. Pancho Malua coming back in. Todd Harrison coming back in. So Harrison goes in for LaCroix, and Malua comes in for Brian Papenga.
Jim, after an emotional rally like that, the Bows have just given up a point to Pepperdine. Very important for Pancho to serve in right here, while Pepperdine's a little bit down.
Rigg setting up Bergstedt. Viola Gonzalez off the block and out.
There's the
12-9.
There's a play out of bounds. Pepperdine was claiming the fan played it before Pepperdine could.
We are back at Clum, and we have almost fever pitch among the audience here. They've been sitting down for almost, and standing up, and clapping, and stomping for almost 3 hours. 12-9. Pancho Malua. That is in. Rigg setting. Bergstedt. Malua is there. Harrison. Allen. 13-9 Rainbow.
Allen pulled on all the stops this time. He gets a set from Harrison. He hits from the back row, cuts it back across his body. Tough shot there. Pepperdine had the middle part of the court blocked with 3 blockers. That was their strategy before the game. Let's take away Allen's middle of the court shot when he hits from the back row. And Allen fooled him that time, cutting it back across his body. Nobody home for Pepperdine.
Malua again serving. Hart is there. Rigg. That's long. Aloha ball, game 4. Rainbow's 1 point away from tying the match at 2 games apiece. Into the game for Pepperdine for the first time comes George Thompson. Thompson, 6'5" freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota. This place is going crazy. And I wonder if it's a illegal sub. Thompson is not going in.
It's an illegal substitution, Jim, and it should be an extra timeout charged to Pepperdine. I'm surprised they weren't charged with a third timeout.
Rainbows keep it in. It's over in game 4. Rigg put it in the net, and the Rainbows have tied this match at 2 games apiece.
We move ahead to game 5 with the score Hawaii 4, Pepperdine 2.
So hard serving now for Pepperdine. 4-2, game 5. Hardy. Rigg back sets for Hart. Blocked at the net. Side out. Malua there. Damian Hardy there.
There's a fired up Pancho Malua right there. Setters don't get many blocks, by the way, for obvious reasons. Their job is to set. But when you get a block like that, you tend to go a little crazy. It doesn't happen that often, and Pancho, I tell you, is happy right now.
Rainbow scrambling, but Gonzalez could not get around Allen. And Malua could not retreat fast enough for it. So we go side out Pepperdine. And Robert Keller will now serve. Well, I tell you, you buy a ticket to this match, you get your money's worth. You really have gotten your money's worth. And Clum is not an easy place to sit in. I mean, it's not the most comfortable seat no matter where you are.
You know, Jim, I don't think I've seen any fans leave, though. They're all staying around. The excitement is there. Their support is there. And it's a very well-educated crowd as well. They really know their volleyball.
That is in. Point for Pepperdine.